Hi everyone, it's Linnea. Today I'm going to be creating two quick cards using some products from the latest LDRS Creative release. Now to start off with, I should say that I had only intended to make one card, the card that I'm currently making. But as I was playing around with the new products from this release and figuring out how they work, I was inspired to make a second quick card using some of my leftover pieces. So to start off with here, I have the new With All My Heart stencil, and I'm going to blend some inks over the top of this. I have Mrs. Periwinkle and Plum Crazy inks. I'm keeping the darker of the purple, the Plum Crazy, over towards the left, and the Mrs. Periwinkle over towards the right. And I am kind of creating a little C shape with this ink, just to help the blending blend a little more. So this is my background, and I had the idea to use a die from the Open Heart die and cut that out and have that be a focal point. So this is the piece of cardstock that I happened to cut my background out of. And you can see here that it left this little heart shape in my piece of cardstock. So this is technically like my leftover. And as I was looking at this, I said, well, this is just perfect for a second card. So I decided to use it rather than just throw it away. And I'm going to mask off the background of this scrap piece of paper. So I've stuck a piece of typing paper underneath that heart, and now I'm using some masking tape to mask off the extra little edge on the left side of my card. And I'm going to grab that same stencil, the new With All My Heart stencil, and I'll blend some more ink over the top of this. For this one, I'll use a light pink. This is Pink Tutu. And I'll just keep the concentration of the ink darker at the bottom and lighter towards the top to get a gradient blend. And I just love how this turned out. You could keep it simple like this, but I chose to take a piece of pattern paper from the Lovebirds 6x6 paper set and kind of matte the back of this. I've covered the back of this heart cardstock with some foam tape so that this has a shadow effect, and that will be the background of my card. Now there are two new sentiment stacks from LDRS Creative, the Anytime stack and the Love stack. And what's so cool about these is that this is all one stamp. And there's a whole bunch of sentiments on this one 4x4 stamp. So you can mount this all on an acrylic block together and stamp them all down together. And then there is one die, and this will work for both of the stacks. And you can die cut all of these sentiments out all together. My head is kind of in the way here, but you can see those four squares, two on the left and two on the right. You want to line those up with the die, and then I just used some low-tack tape to tape this die in place once I had it perfectly aligned, and run this through my die cutting machine. And this will cut out all those little sentiment strips with a flag banner edge, which is what I do to my sentiments most of the time anyway, all at once. And look at this, I have all these sentiment strips ready to go. And I keep these with my stamp set so that as I am crafting and creating and I need a sentiment strip, I can just grab one and go. So here are what my cards are looking like. I told you before that I used the Open Heart dies to create this heart frame here. I ended up cutting out 5 or 6 of them, and I'm going to stack them all up and glue them together to create a dimensional heart die cut. The card on the left, I've used the Panda Play stamp set and one of the sentiments from those sentiment stacks and just created a quick card. And that really is using like my leftover piece that was intended to be thrown away. I created a quick second card with that. So once I'm done gluing these together, you can see I have this dimensional heart border. I'll use liquid glue to glue this whole thing down onto my stenciled background. And then I'm just going to adhere down all those little stamps. And these are all from the Friends stamp set. It's such a cute stamp set. You can use this for Valentine's Day or really for any occasion. You can color these cute little people any way you want. And I love this little, I don't know even what to call it, this like archway. I think it's so cute to have these little cuties sitting on the bench outside of this little arch, and then you can decorate it with the potted plants and the birds and the flowers. Really, there are so many little stamps in the Friends stamp set. You can create a really intricate scene or even just a cute little scene like I have on this card here. So I really hope that you have enjoyed looking at some of these products and seeing how they work. And remember to never throw away those scrap pieces from your card. A lot of times you can create a second card with them. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you soon. Bye!